Hi, so this video is about the affirmation cards on sexual purity. Yes, we have affirmation cards on this topic, and it may not be everyone's favorite topic, but God actually has quite a lot to say about it. And in a world filled with sexual dysfunction, abuse, pornography, adultery, rape, premarital sex, it's good to know what God says because God is always right. And what God says about sex is that it's great in a marriage between a man and a woman. In Matthew 19, Jesus defines marriage between one man and one woman for life with the beautiful passage that we hear at weddings. In the beginning, God made them male and female. And you'll notice here there's no gender confusion with God. And he says, for this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. Then also talking about sex, Jesus raised the bar so high that nobody can get over it when he said, I say to you, whoever looks at a woman to lust after her has committed adultery in his heart. And that's in Matthew 5. And he emphasizes not just outward conformity, but inward character. And I love that about Jesus. He cares about our character. Now, outside of marriage, there's a spiritual law in operation that says sex will lead to sickness and death. And we can actually see this in the devastation all around us. We can see adultery and pornography leading to the death of a marriage. We can see premarital sex that leads to unwanted pregnancy, which can turn into an abortion and the death of an innocent child. We can see premarital sex also can cause all kinds of sexually transmitted diseases. And we see this also in the Bible. In 2 Samuel, King David commits adultery, murders a woman's husband, and the innocent child that was conceived dies. So the law is in effect, kind of like the law of gravity, whether you believe it or not, it's in effect. And the Apostle Paul gives us additional insight when he says that when we sin sexually, we violate the sacredness of our own bodies, our bodies which are temples of God's Holy Spirit. And our bodies are actually sacred. Also in Romans 1, verses 18 through 32, Paul paints a very sad picture of a people who've slidden downhill from promiscuity to perversion. But at the very beginning of that section, he gives the antidote on how this whole thing can be avoided and reversed. And verse 21, he says, although they knew God, they glorified him not as God, and they did not give thanks to him. And then it all goes downhill. So how can it be that if we will just glorify God and give thanks to him, we should be able to climb out of whatever debauchery we find ourselves in? So the answer to sexual sin, praise and give thanks to God, honor him with your body, and you'll be glad you did because you won't be sick and you won't be dead. Thank you.